How you doing?
I don't know. I've been texting AJ this whole time,
Mm-hmm.
and um, I I asked her if she wanted to talk, and she said no. Worry about your brother, but
What's up with AJ?
I don't know. I think she's just having a day. But she said worry about your brother, and I said, see, that's the thing. I feel like we both need a minute to get away. For I feel like we both need to get away for a minute. I'm worried about my sister right now, which is her, because she's been I don't know that kid. You know how much I wish that he lived?
Yeah.
How much I wish that, especially when Dad came back, I was like, why are you back and not Grayson? And now he's back, and he's trying to pretend like it's 10 years ago. We're just chatting like old friends, but I look at him and that's the kid I took beatings for. And I thought I'd be able to look him in the eyes and everything, and he just thanked me for protecting him so much as kids, and I feel so weird because I'm not that same person.
And neither is he.
I know.
You and it's like I told him, you can't just expect it to go back to the way it was. You guys have been changed so much by these past several years. You're gonna have to start anew. You're gonna have to work, build up that trust again. You're gonna have to figure out, each other's likes and dislikes and all that shit again.
Yeah. I just told AJ 2 days after my kidnapping. I told AJ that I wanted to go back to the place where it happened. And she was kind of shocked that I wanted to go back so soon. But I took her there. Or she took me there. We talked about what the scene looked like and everything. I stood in the room where I stared Tyler in the face, where I saw my dad staring back at me. And I I looked him in the face. I saw my father and I realized how much I'd grown.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was this man standing in front of me, beating the shit out of me. And I realized that I was actually bigger than him. Because I wouldn't let him knock me on my ass. And I kept standing up every time he hit me in the knee, or the abdomen, or the hand. Not once did I let him knock me down past my knees. And I think that that's what made me realize that I'm more worth things than I ever thought I was.
Yeah.
Because growing up, I was told that I was never enough or never going to be enough. And I'm literally healing from trauma, years worth of trauma that I grew up with. And I can feel that actually starting to happen. And in a way, as fucked up as this sounds, I'm kind of grateful that it happened when it did, the way it did. Call it Stockholm Syndrome, but it felt normal. And then I realized, for the first time ever, that it shouldn't. And I don't know. I feel like I'm actually bigger than that. And he's running around the streets right now, and I'm kind of scared, but at the same time, I'm ready to like stand up to him and be like, just leave me the fuck alone. Sorry I was a bitch, but please just go away. You stay on your side of the corner, I'll stay on mine. I don't want to deal with it anymore. I just want to forget about it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not mad at him for what he did. But I'm over males trying to kick the shit out of me just because they feel like it.
Yeah. And hey, Reyna,
Hmm?
you are enough.
Thanks. I don't know. I'm just tired of feeling like a scared child who can't be left alone.
Yeah. It's not a scare child because you can't be left alone. Right now, you can't even shoot a fucking gun.
I can too.
How?
Okay, you're right.
And it's not like you can run away. You can barely even still fucking walk.
True.
Sometimes we have to accept help when we're at our most vulnerable. And you've got a lot better at it than when I first met you. You're starting to accept help a little bit better than what you used to.
True. Someone quote that.
You're
Add a
starting to
quote.
realize accepting help is not a bad thing. It doesn't make you weak.
Yeah. I may be starting to realize that, yes. Add that quote that Bishop just said.
You have people that will always have your back.
I know. I just. I don't want to get to the point where. I don't know. I grew up taking punches for people. And I'll do it again and again and again if I have to. I just am a little nervous to grow.
Mm-hmm. Are you scared of what might happen?
Yeah. Because I'm growing in a positive way, where I'm ready to push it behind me and just move on.
Mm-hmm.
But then I realized that, hey, my dad's still in prison. He's still not completely gone. You know, just like he's on a hold. And he could get out again. And I really don't want to repeat what happened to Oliver. Because I realized that death is not the way to do it. Because what makes us any better than him?
Yeah.
He took Oliver's life no problem and had no remorse afterwards. That doesn't make us any better than him if we do the same. But I don't know what the answer is now. Do we just let him torture us?
No, you move on with your life. Like you said, you grow. You put it behind you. You show him that what he has done isn't going to affect you any longer. You show him that what he has done has no more power over you.
Yeah, you're right. How the fuck did he live? That's
That's what I'm trying to figure out myself too. And then how the fuck did the neighbors of all people not say anything?
I mean, to be fair, if someone you live at the canal, so say your neighbors you heard screaming and kids screaming and crying every night, and then the house
I
catches
would
on
have already
fire.
done fucking shit about it if I heard kids screaming and crying every night.
Okay,
Something would have been changed. But
true, but also if one of the kids is crawling out of the fire through the back window, wouldn't you just grab that kid and not tell anybody about it? Cop or not. I mean, I get where they were coming from, kind of. Like, I can see it. But for
I mean, that's
the cops to not, like, look into it,
mm,
they just said there were there were, what, 4 bodies in the house? They just said that there were, when clearly there weren't. The only reason that they knew that I lived was because I crawled to the fire department and police. After that, I have no idea what happened because I was brought into the hospital.
I mean, you know that shit's gonna be all over the newspaper and stuff like that. You'd be like, okay, hey, I'm going to the fucking police with this, or
True.
something.
My
I
dad scared a
just,
lot of people.
yeah, but still, like, I wouldn't just keep a kid and keep it hidden, you know. Especially if your dad supposedly had died in the fire, then there's no need to keep it hidden. I mean, even though we know he's not dead anymore, but
I don't know. There's a lot of questions that I have that can just never be answered, I guess. Like, how could police do that terrible of a job? I mean, one could argue that for 14 years, abuse was happening in a house and no one did shit about it, so.
yeah. I mean, if I heard shit, I'd be calling whoever I could.
Yeah. And that's my point, is like, clearly they didn't really care. Or my dad paid him off, who knows? Is it bad that I'm kind of scared what him being in my life is gonna be like?
Why has it got to change anything? I mean, yeah, he's here. But right now, treat him as if it's somebody you barely. I mean, well, I mean, it is somebody you barely know now because
Right.
both of you have changed so much. Basically, just treat it as getting to know somebody as when you was first starting out, getting to know me or AJ, Jada. It's it's what you make it. You don't let it change anything. I mean, yeah, he is here, but just take it step by step right now. Like I said, start anew and start getting to know him. One sec. I'm gonna call AJ out on her bullshit.
Why? What'd she say? Oh. What'd she say?
She better pick up the damn phone. I'm calling. I'm calling to call you out on your bullshit. What is the matter? And how come I don't believe that? Are you sure? So that was you that went down on the motorcycle on the pier. Thought so. Yeah, and you're not gonna do that shit because if I have to, I will fucking get another boat and come out and fucking rescue your ass again.